Zephaniah Black, escorted this evening by parents Henry and Shirley Black and his brother and sister. Representing football, Isaiah Ivy, escorted this evening by his mother Kimberly Moore and father Robert Moore. Isaiah Ivy is also representing band this evening. Representing football, DeQuaylen Riley, escorted this evening by his mother, Ebony Riley. Representing football, Zarian Randall, escorted this evening by his mother, Karina Barnes. Representing football, DeAndre Burnell and KJ Holloway, escorted this evening by mother Kimberly Blair and sister and Alana. Representing football, Jaquan Clayton, escorted this evening by his mother, Aries Clayton, and grandfather, Jimmy Hughes, sister, Amaya Clayton. Representing football and band, Grayson Norrens, escorted this evening by his mother, Jenny Norrens, and grandparents. Representing football, Armand Green, escorted this evening by his mother, Brittany Green. Representing football, Tykavian Sanders, escorted this evening by parents Letitia White and Byron Sanders, as well as sister and brother. Representing football, Jaden Sowell, escorted this evening by parents Joseph and Kyra Hatton and granny and girlfriend. Representing football, Jeremiah Vardaman, escorted this evening by parents Brian and Amber Vardaman. Representing football, Jacoby Gordon, escorted this evening by Father Kevin Hamilton. Representing football, Xavier Crawford, escorted this evening by parents Dennis Johnson, Jasmine Crawford, Rosalind Johnson, and Christina Crawford. Representing football, Demarius Hughes, escorted this evening by parents Contessa Hawkins and Dedrick Willis. Representing football, Braylon Rayfield, escorted this evening by parents Brandon and Rakesha Rayfield, Aunt Marquita Rayfield, and grandmother Amanda Duncan. Representing football, Grady Martin, escort this evening by mother and stepfather Jessica and Pierre Allen, and cousin and Jessica and Josh Betts. Representing football, Roland Ritchie, escorted this evening by mother Kizzy Waller and uncle Brandon Waller. Representing JROTC and football, Jacob Morton, escorted this evening by mothers Cherry Morton and Mindy Sherman, little sister Chrissy. Representing football and Razorback media, Jaden Riley, parents, escorted this evening by parents Kimberly Grisson and Quintrell Riley and grandmothers. Representing band, Kayla Cottle, escorted this evening by mother Stephanie Cottle and brother and sister. Representing band, Aubrey Gammon, escorted this evening by mother Erin Gammon and father Jeff Gammon. Representing band, Dale Boyles, escorted this evening by mother Tracy Boyles and father Dixon Boyles. Representing band, Bridget Patterson, escorted this evening by Aunt Nancy Patterson and father Joe Williams. Representing band, Aradia Patterson, escorted this evening by Aunt Nancy Patterson and father Joe Williams. Representing band, Marius Reynolds. Escorted this evening by Mom, Elizabeth Brockman. Representing band, Gabriel Light. Escorted this evening by Mother, Brittany Willis and brother. Representing band, Alyssa Fant. Escorted this evening by Mother, Terry Fant and Father, Damon Fant. Representing band, Shannon Boyles. Escorted this evening by Mother, Tracy Boyles and Father, Dixon Boyles. Representing band, Mason Embry. Escorted this evening by Mother, Jessica Crow and Father, Nathan Embry. Representing band, Kaysen Greenwell. Escorted this evening by Mother, Melanie Greenwell and Grandfather, Steve Loomis and brother. Representing band, Kyson Boucher. Escorted this evening by Mr. Fleeter and 3 friends. Representing band, Lillian Corbin. Escorted this evening by Mother, Chandra Bickman. Representing band, William Bayless. Escorted this evening by Mother, Cassandra Patterson Harris and stepfather, Carl Harris. Representing band, Nicholas Taylor. Escorted this evening by Mother, Jessie Hefstetler and stepfather, Daniel Ross. Representing band, Nicholas Brown, and representing Redline, Raylan Brown. Escorted this evening by Mother Sean Brown and Father Ray Brown and sister. Representing band, Nyasia Hampton. Escorted this evening by Mother Natasha Hampton and Father Bryony Hampton. Go for it. Representing band, Jenna Nichols. Escorted this evening by Mother Jennifer Lashko. Representing JROTC and band, Adriana Palazzolo. Escorted this evening by Kelsey and Matthew Forback. Representing JROTC, Brian Nard. Escorted this evening by Mom Alicia Nard, Belinda James, Candace Edens, and LaWanda Jackson. Representing JROTC, Kane Carmack. Escorted this evening by Father Chris Carmack. Representing JROTC, Nevaeh Tamburo. Escorted this evening by parents Brent and Elizabeth Lusk and mom and bonus sister. Representing JROTC, Amari Colquitt. Escorted this evening by mother Angela Glass Colquitt, brother, aunt, and sister. Representing JROTC, Brandon Bowman. Escorted this evening by sisters Renee Jackson and Gabby Bowman, parents Chastity and Jason Russell. Representing JROTC and band, Shalia Cornelius. Escorted this evening by Simone Cornelius, Shalia Muldrow, Aurora Baston, and teacher Sergeant Hobbs. Representing JROTC and band, Cortland Estelle. Escorted this evening by mom, dad, and stepdad. Representing JROTC and band, Jaden Hayes. Escorted this evening by mother, Gwendolyn Hayes, great-grandfather O.C. Hayes, and teacher Sergeant Hobbs. Representing JROTC, Destiny Pyatt. Escorted this evening by parents Anita Abbott, sister, and nieces. Representing cheer mascot, Robin Aarons. Escorted this evening by Nathan Aarons, dad, and Courtney Stover, mom. Representing cheer, Laney Brooks. Escorted this evening by parents Corey and Candace Fricks and brothers. Representing cheer and cross country, Kelly King. Escorted this evening by parents Tyrone and Tamika Dorn and sister. Representing cheer manager, Lamaya Green. Escorted this evening by mom Cherie Green. Representing cheer, Addison Gurley. Escorted this evening by mother Cortina Davis and brother Bryson Gurley. Representing cheer, Hallie Harris. Escorted this evening by parents Chris and Jamie Harris and brother Jackson. Representing cheer and Razorback Media, Amaya Sutton. Escorted this evening by mother Jill Carter, stepdad, brother, and sister. Also representing Razorback Media. Representing cheer, Jayla Woodbury. Escorted this evening by Lockweon Woodbury, her mother. Representing cheer, Kaylee Cootie. Escorted this evening by parents Randy and Anna Algore and grandmother and uncle. Representing cheer, Alasia Starling. Escorted this evening by mother Gail Tyson, bonus dad and godmother, and brothers. Representing cheer mascot and Razorback Media, Amaya Smith Manley. Escorted this evening by Uncle Greg Manley. Representing Redline, Journey Burris. Escorted this evening by parents Ron and Latrina Burris. Representing Redline, Cadence Murphy. Escorted this evening by parents Tremel and Cassandra Murphy, grandmother and cousin. Representing Redline, Zakaria Shoto. Escorted this evening by mother Tequila Shoto. Representing Redline, Zaylee Wells. Escorted this evening by parents Zolvisa Davis, Sawaya and Mackenzie Thompson, and Aunt Peaches. Representing Redline, Piper McBride. Escorted this evening by parents Leslie and Josh McBride and grandparents. Representing Redline and Razorback Media, Arlandria Reeves. Escorted this evening by parents Arlandos and Gail Reeves. Representing Redline, India Lewis. Escorted this evening by parents Jacquia and Lanicia Lewis, Jacqueline Brenda Lewis, brother. Representing Redline and JROTC, Anaya James. Escorted this evening by parents Raisha Watkins and Terrence James and sister.
You doing all right, brother?
Representing tennis, Alexis Peoples. Escorted this evening by mother Jalecia Lewis, grandmother and sister. Representing tennis and JROTC, Layla Johnson. Escorted this evening by parents Fang and Christy Johnson. Representing tennis, Jeremiah Jones and Caden Nine. Also being represented by Caden Nine is Razorback Media. Escorted this evening by parents Lane and Casey Nine. Representing tennis and cross country, Montasia Floyd. Escorted this evening by mother Asia Legaton. Representing tennis and band, Leteric Slater. Escorted this evening by mother Ebony Montgomery, grandmother and sister. Representing tennis, Jacob Dupree. Escorted this evening by parents Jason and Jessica Dupree. Representing golf, Jackson Arnold. Escorted this evening by parents JR and Melissa Arnold. Representing Razorback Media, Allie Edwards. Escorted this evening by parents Dawn and Carla Edwards. Representing Razorback Media, Caden Markham. Escorted this evening by mother Amanda Hammonds. Representing Razorback Media, Baylor McClelland. Escorted this evening by parents Dirk and Monica McClellan and sister Josie. Let's do one final round of applause for all of our fall seniors.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise and remove any caps as the Arkansas High School color guard takes the field. And please remain standing after that for a moment of silence, followed by the national anthem played by the Arkansas High Marching Band and then the alma mater. If you would, please join us in a moment of silence before tonight's contest. Thank you. All right, Razorback fans, stay on your feet. Help the Razorback cheerleaders and the red line call the Hogs.
Good evening, Razorbacks. Welcome to another Arkansas Razorback stream coming from Arkansas High. I'm here in the booth joined by my associate, Tom. Tonight, the Razorbacks are facing the Hope Bobcats for another conference play. This will be senior night for the Razorbacks, a little bit of a bittersweet moment. We just finished up the senior walks that included football, ROTC, cheer, red line, Razorback media, tennis, and golf. We want to thank each and every one of y'all for supporting us online or here in person. Your support goes a long way for the Razorbacks, and it's super excited to see all the people in the stands today. We're getting ready to get the coin toss and see where we're going to be starting out in this football game, receiving or deferring.
The Bobcats won the toss but deferred in the second half. Razorbacks will get the ball first.
All right, Tom, the Razorbacks are going to get the ball first. What do you think should be their first goal coming out on this first offensive drive here coming up shortly?
I mean, you just want them to be able to execute as a team. Football is a team sport. They have to be able to execute. And, I mean, Hope has some crazy players. Like this one guy, Jakari Gully, he has 3 forced fumbles on season. That's a pretty impressive feat. And let's see how the Arkansas Razorbacks deal with ball security going forward.
Yeah, I wanted to pick up on that earlier when you mentioned the fumble thing. The Razorbacks last week against Hot Springs, I mean, that was an offensive game, no doubt about it. I mean, they were putting up a basketball score there. I think the score was 75-50. But the Razorbacks offense was going, and it was going the entire game. A lot of it was through the air, which is something that we haven't seen very much early on in the season. However, they've been able to get a groove, get in their stride, especially with CJ finally getting back to his fully healthy potential, and wide receivers like Braylon Thompson and Roland Ritchie out there making huge plays, as well as Xavier Hill-Crawford on both sides of the ball. Number 6, you'll be seeing and hearing a lot about him tonight, as he's been one of the best defensive guys for this offense. As the Razorbacks coming out wearing the all red, Tom, I gotta be honest with you. This gotta be my favorite look for a home game,
yeah,
especially the pink out. I mean, it's just an incredible experience. This is gonna be my last time on the Razorback TV live stream for football, being that I'm a senior. And I gotta tell you, it's a bittersweet moment. I'm super excited to be here. I'm super excited to call this game. And I don't know, something in the air is telling me the Razorbacks are gonna come out of here with a dub tonight, and it's not gonna be close. Give me Razorbacks by 50.
Love the excitement, Caden. Love it.
And here we go.
Here's the kick. Short kick. It's going to be bobbled. Looks like it'll be down about 35. Hope is saying that they have it.
Waiting on the ref's call here, but that's not the way the Razorbacks wanted to start it off, and they are going to give the ball to Hope. Not the start the Razorbacks are looking for. However, though, that defense, they're looking good, and I feel, like I said, I feel something in the air. And you know, mistakes happen in the ball game, and the object of football is to just be able to capitalize on mistakes, but also minimize them as well. Razorbacks are going to be able to minimize that mistake right there on defense. Getting ready to see what they do here. Seeing what the Hope offense is going to run, a little bit of a pass run, or let's see what's going on. I know some of their stats, their quarterback threw the ball quite a bit. He's going to step back in the pocket. He's going to let one loose, and that's going to be great defense by the Razorbacks. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. One-on-one man coverage, and you're just not beating him.
Number 0, Braylon Rayfield.
Absolute great defensive back for the Razorbacks. Have been consistent and solid all season, and just like that, he proved once again why you're not beating him one-on-one. Hope getting back to snap the ball. They're going to hand the ball up the middle. He's going to find a gap and break loose. He's going to get a first down and some more. He's going to get brought down by Xavier Hill Crawford in the safety position. Tom, Razorbacks right there weren't looking the best on the defensive line, and that created a gap for the Hope Bobcats. What would you do coming back on this play a little bit differently, maybe on that defensive line or where you're having the linebackers lined up to ensure that they don't have another explosive play, considering how close they are to the end zone here?
I mean, that was just great vision by the running back, bouncing back outside the gap, or inside, as I should say. And there was just not enough people to fill up all these gaps, and the linemen are doing a great job blocking up front.
That was an interesting play there, Tom. The running back ran over the quarterback and knocked him down. That's going to be, the ball's going to be dead after that. But I wanted to mention something earlier when you mentioned about that running back finding that gap. He seemed very patient. He was waiting. He waited for his blocks. He got his hole and he filled it, and that's what led to that that Bobcat first down. Razorbacks are going to need to be a little bit more stronger on that defensive line, getting through. They size up pretty perfectly together. Seeing if the Razorbacks can get through here on this second down behind the line of scrimmage here.
Safety comes down. That's
Looking
going
back
to
to
be a pass. Nice grab by number 5, Deontay Williams. But it'll be stopped for only about a 5-yard gain, and it brings up 3rd and 6 for the Hope Bobcats.
Razorbacks looking promising so far on this first defensive drive. Gotten the Hope Bobcats down to their 3rd down, trying to see if they can convert to get another first down. That's going to put the pressure on the Bobcats, though. We mentioned earlier they were able to get that kick return. It didn't go the way the Razorbacks wanted, but Hope here is going to feel the pressure here because, you know, they need to capitalize on this drive if they want to stay in the game with the Razorbacks. Quarterback looking back to pass. Escapes.
He's going to run it. He's going to get close to the first down.
I think they're going to give him the first down and a little more.
Yeah.
Bobcats moving into 1st and goal, red zone territory. Interesting to see what the Razorbacks are going to do here to hold up. Looks like the passing game hasn't been very sufficient for the Bobcats. You got to look that they're going to try to go back to running the ball here.
I mean, that quarterback, he's a great improviser. You can see as soon as the pocket started collapsing, he just was looking for a gap, and he found it, and it ended up in a Bobcat first down.
Quarterback getting ready to snap the ball. He's going to step back.
It's going to be a designed run play, it looks like, and it'll be stopped for about a 1-yard gain. Great job by the Razorback defense.
Looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field. We'll be right back after this timeout break. Quarterback getting ready to snap the ball. They're going to try to jump the Razorbacks off sides, and I think they're going to get it.
It looks like a false start on one of the receivers.
Offsides and go against the Razorbacks.
Never mind.
Razorbacks are going to need to be especially disciplined with Hope knocking on the door, trying to put points on the scoreboard early on in this first quarter.
They're going to try
hand
to
it
punch
off.
it in. And they'll be stopped at about the 1-yard line.
Several Razorbacks. Short of the goal line. From the 1-yard line.
Hope on the 1 yard line, it looks like. You got to imagine it's going to be a run here. Maybe even the tush push Philadelphia special. And the ball right up the middle. He's going to get stuffed. You love to see it. You love to see the Razorbacks fighting back, not allowing that running back to get any more. And that's going to bring up a 4th and goal for the Hope Bobcats. The Razorbacks standing strong in their ground, defending the run game extremely well early on. Interesting to see what the Hope Bobcats are going to do here. Got to assume they're going to go for it. Looks like they might have called a timeout themselves. We'll be right back after this timeout break. Hope lined up, 4th and goal. This is for all the marbles if they can see if they can score. First drive of their offensive drive.
Yes.
He's going to escape. He's going to find the end zone for a Hope Bobcats touchdown. That's going to make the score 6-0. 8 minutes and 28 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter, pending the extra point.
Like I said already, this quarterback's a great improviser. He's finding gaps in the defense, and this defense doesn't have many gaps. But when you have a guy like him who can use his legs, I mean, moments like that, they're clear as day. That's a Hope touchdown.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on the quarterback for sure, especially that defense. If he's able to do that more in this first half, maybe in the second half make a defensive adjustment, maybe put a quarterback spy on him, because like you mentioned, he has been very well and very efficient with his legs. Going to see if the Razorbacks can shut him down when they come back out on defense. However, Razorbacks getting ready to receive the kickoff again. We'll see what happens here.
Simmons Bank, Tally Alley, and Smiles of Arkansas. Thank you, first quarter Razorbacks Sponsorship.
Roland Ritchie and Armand Green in the backfield getting ready to receive this kick. Roland had a pretty good game last week against Hot Springs with a kickoff of his own. He almost took it back to the house, I think maybe once or twice, but if they get the ball in his hands, it's going to be tough to slow him down. He uses his legs extremely well, and his vision is pretty good. Hope's going to need to keep it out of his hands and away from that side of the field. Let's see what happens here. He's going to try to find a gap.
Cedric Sharp, and he breaks way to about the 46.
Cedric Sharp, a pretty young player on this Razorback special teams. However, he's proven himself week in and week out on the field and during the practice. And that right there just showed off his hard work. Almost got the Razorbacks to the 50 to start their first offensive drive. And that's going to be very promising for the Razorbacks here. Starting off with great field position. Offense is feeling pretty comfortable, especially last week, considering they scored 50 points against the Trojans. #1 team in the conference, by the way. So the Razorbacks looking to do something big here. Looks like they're going to have Jaden Riley and Zephaniah Black in the backfield, along with C.J. Cleveland back there at quarterback. He's going to step back in the pocket. He has plenty of time to throw. He's going to make his read. He's going to go over the top. Intended for Jaden Riley. That's going to be incomplete, bringing up a second down. Something that I really noticed there, and something that Razorbacks haven't had a ton this season, the quarterback had plenty of time to get the ball out, and he was able to make his reads. And if he continues to do that all game, he will be dangerous. We all know that he has a great arm back there. He has a little bit more work on accuracy, but, I mean, it's just incredible how far he can throw the ball. Looking to see what he can do this game, especially if his offensive line is going to be like that.
You're going to give it to Zephaniah Black. He's going to pick up about 5 yards. So the Razorback 48, or the Hope 48, excuse me.
Black still back out in the backfield. 3 receivers lined up on the right side. Fake screen. He's going to try to scramble himself, take it. Can't make up his mind what he wants to do. He's going to try to get a read. He's going to get sacked behind the line of scrimmage for a huge play for the Bobcat defense.
What a disastrous play for the Razorbacks. I mean, it looked like a design bubble screen, and CJ didn't like what he saw, so he tried to improvise and take it the other way, but Hope was just all over it. And out comes the punt team.
Cody Wilder back on the punt. Hoping to get this ball pretty deep down in the field to get the Hope back in their own territory. Razorback defense have a little bit more of understanding of what that Hope offense consists of. That quarterback being able to scramble. He's going to line up with Owen in the backfield. It's going to be a pass. He's going to scramble out. He's going to try to find once again, using his legs to make something happen, and Razorbacks are going to need to shut him down early and get momentum back on their side of the ball here. And it's going to need to happen pretty soon, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, he's already having a pretty great game in the first quarter. Great improviser. Number 0, Trey Hogland.
Stepping back to pass once again. Flag on the play. Ball start on the offense. That's going to bring the Bobcats back. Razorbacks going to be glad that one happens. It's going to give them a better chance to stop this offense right here. They got an advantage here. They better use this opportunity. Force a 3rd down. Get them out on a quick 3 and out. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Third and short. Pope's going to hand it off. I don't think he got the past the line for a first down.
Great defense by the Razorbacks on a 4th and inches situation. Just strength and power up front.
Fourth and 1 for the Bobcats.
Is that not just fourth down? Pope stepping back to pass. Screenplay. Ball's
Is
out.
incomplete.
It's going to be an incompletion. Great defense there from the Razorbacks. Zarian Randall able to stop anything from happening. That's going to bring the Razorbacks out in pretty good field position here. We'll be right back when they get back out on the field. Well, call.
They're going to give it to Zephaniah Black, and he's going to escape. Throw a
Just
clear gap.
ate the grass up right there. That's going to bring up a 2nd and short for the Razorbacks. Zephaniah runs like he's mad at the ground, and I've said that every single week that I've done play-by-play, and I will continue to say that because when he is in full steam, it is going to be extremely hard to stop him. Seeing what he can do in this game is going to be crucial and a huge point of the Razorbacks to win this game. Another handoff to Zeph. He's going to break up the middle, get a first down, and a little bit more, getting him all the way down to the 40-yard line.
I mean, Zeph is just a great running back overall. You can see how he's following his blockers, just waiting for the gap to open. And although the gap did not open, it was still enough for a Razorback first down. That's also great blocking up front by his linemen.
First and 10 Razorbacks from the Bobcat 41.
CJ getting ready to snap the ball. Screen to
Quick
Braylon
pass,
Thompson.
High pass to
Braylon Thompson was able to get the ball but not get back down on his feet. It's going to bring up a 2nd down. That's my bad. That's Reginald Scott. Braylon Thompson wears 14 in baseball. Was my teammate. That's on me. Reginald Scott, my bad. Shout out you. You got hops. Another handoff to Zephaniah Black here. He's going to get it up the middle. Break a tackle.
He's still going down the sideline at about the Hope 25. It's going to be enough for a first down.
Razorbacks offense just hasn't been able to been stopped yet. That run game has been extremely crucial to get them in this point. If I were the Razorbacks, I'd continue to feed him the ball just like the Cowboys used to feed Zeke. That's exactly what they're going to do. Another
He's going
handoff.
to go to the outside.
Break on the outside.
And he's going to be inside the 10 for a first and goal situation for the Razorbacks.
Razorbacks are in the red zone, and it's going to end in the score. Mark my words. Hope's got to be expecting the ball to go to Zeph here, but I honestly don't think they can stop him.
He'll pick up about a yard or two on the ground.
Second and goal from the 3-yard line.
Hand off to Zeph up the middle. Breaks the tackle.
And he's in for the touchdown.
And just like I said, they cannot stop Zephaniah Black. And that's going to result in a touchdown for the Razorbacks. They are red hot right now. They are running the ball as well as they have all season. And with pinning this extra point, we're going to be tied up before we even head into the second quarter with 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. Oh, they're going to fake it. Eli Wall is going to try to get it in himself. And he's going to do it. Razorbacks are going to take the lead, 8-7. A little bit of trickery, a little bit of tomfoolery from the Razorbacks, and that's going to result in a 2-point conversion, giving them the lead and the edge over the Bobcats, 8-7. Do not go anywhere, Razorbacks. This game is going to be a nice, long game, and all you're going to see is that right there. Offense, offense, offense.
I mean, to be honest, it didn't even look like a fake. It looked like a failed snap where the holder just didn't get a good job, get a good grip on the ball. And he improvised, and he ran it outside for the 2-point.
Eli Wall's got some wheels on him.
Yeah.
He's going to get a hold of that one.
It's going to be number 2, Jaden Brown, to field it out.
Not going to get very far on that one. Razorbacks were able to get to him pretty quick. Razorback defense getting back out. And, you know, they just got to feel good right now on both sides of the ball. Their offense just did almost perfect execution that entire drive, which led them to a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And their defense just stepped up big time to stop a 4th down attempt from the Bobcats. Momentum has shifted towards the Razorbacks, and I know they're just going to try to keep that momentum going forward. Another handoff from the Bobcats. He's going to get brought down by Jeremiah Vardaman again. Great play by Vardy right there at the linebacker position. Read that play perfect, and that's going to result in a 2nd down for the Bobcats. Hope stepped back to pass. He's going to find his receiver.
It's going to be cut around the 37.
Braylon Rayfield on the tackle.
Brings up a 3rd and 4 situation for the Hope Bobcats.
Bring up 3rd and 4 from the Bobcat 37.
Bobcats stepping back to pass. And it's going to be deflected, almost intercepted there by none other than Jakeem Peoples. And that's going to bring up another 4th down. And the Bobcats are going to go for it again. Not sure I agree with the call here. Razorbacks defense can stop literally a train right now.
No, that looks like punt formation.
Oh, punt formation. Got to pay more attention. They're going to let that one roll out. They're going to pick it up just before it gets too far. Razorbacks offense getting ready to step back out on the field. Zeph back there in the backfield again. And he's standing like the Grim Reaper, Ashton Genty. It's going to be another handoff. He's going to break a tackle. He's going to break 3 tackles. He's going to break 4 tackles. He's going to get brought down by the 5th guy. Now before a huge game for the Razorbacks, and he cannot be stopped.
I mean, you can see like how quick a Hope defender got back there, but that Zephaniah Black, he just shedded that defender like it was nothing and turned nothing into something, bringing up a 2nd and 2 for the Razorbacks.
Another handoff to Zeph. Breaks through for a 1st down and more. Nearly out to the 40. And he is having one stellar game so far. And we're not even into the 2nd quarter. Tom, what's your go-to energy drink?
Probably Red Bull.
Got a particular flavor? I like the coconut one myself.
I just like the original. I mean, I don't drink energy drinks like that, but Red Bull is always great for me. Different running back this time, Tyquilin Hamilton.
Razorbacks run game has been very strong so far in this 1st quarter. Offensive line has looked great. Lined up 4 receivers, 2 on each side. They're going to motion Reginald Scott. And that's going to be a false start on the Razorbacks.
After the penalty, it'll be 2nd and 11, Razorbacks from the Bobcat 44.
That's going to be the end of the 1st half, and it's been a pretty good game so far. Razorbacks up by 1, but the defense and offense has showed much better play on both sides of the ball, outplaying both on offense and defense against Hope. We'll be right back when the 2nd quarter is off to a start.
penalty. It's 2nd and 16. Razorback from the Bobcat 49.
CJ's going to step back in the pocket, scrambles out to his left. He's going to let one deep to Roland Ritchie. That's going to be
it's going to be
incomplete.
Pass attempt to Ritchie is incomplete over that 3rd down Razorback.
Deep throw by Cleveland there, showing off that arm strength.
Right on the money. Razorbacks passing it to Braylon Thompson this time for a designated screen. He's going to get up the middle. He's going to break a tackle but get brought down, but not before he gets a first down for the Razorbacks. Great call right there. Razorbacks showing a little bit more life left in them on this offensive drive. Had a couple of mishaps in the first half of it, but starting to get it back together and starting to put it together a very strong drive.
I mean, you could say they're using their weapons very well. Braylon Thompson, he's a unit, and they're going to feed him the ball, obviously, like they just did, and it turned into a huge first down.
And off to Zeph. He's going to try to break a couple. Not going to get far. Hope's defensive line was able to get to him pretty quick on that one.
Zeph and I are black on the carry. Tackle by Joel Bello for the Bobcats. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Looks back to pass. Looks like pass was intended for
Andre Burnell.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Razorbacks here. Back to pass again. Zeph's going to put a great block. He's going to find Braylon Thompson over the middle again. He's going to shed a couple tackles, breaks back, and he's going to find the end zone for another Razorback touchdown. Braylon Thompson almost untouchable right there, showing off the agility and the juke move. That's going to result in another touchdown for the Razorbacks. Another successful offensive drive. Kept their head down, did what they needed to, and that's going to result in a lead further by the Razorbacks, making the score 14 to 7, pending extra point coming up here. Looks like Santiago's getting ready to kick.
I mean, what an explosive play. There was about 5 tacklers looking for him, and he still found the end zone.
Yeah, he was able to shed back, make 2 juke moves. Almost untouchable as he went in there. We'll be right back as soon as kickoff is ready to start. Ten minutes, 33 seconds left in the second quarter here. Razorbacks up now 15 to 7 against the Hope Bobcats here. Tom, what did you see on that offensive drive that really stood out to you? For me personally, it was the run game was established early on, and that was able to open up the door for some pass plays, and a couple that were huge that almost were converted, which would have been a touchdown for sure, but weren't able to get what they wanted on the results for that exact play. However, they're able to keep the ball moving. CJ used his legs, used his vision, found a couple of receivers down the field. That resulted in a touchdown. What stood out to you the most on that offensive drive?
I mean, really, it was like Hope changed their defensive scheme. They wanted to stop the run game. And
Razorbacks are going to return and get the ball back on offense. What a nice play from Cody Wilder. Just kicked it over there, just over the 40. No Bobcat returner in sight. Razorbacks ran up on it, got the ball. Offense is coming back out onto the field.
It'll be first and 10 Razorbacks at the Bobcat 34.
Tom, we didn't even have time to talk about the offensive drive for the offense is back on the field. So let me ask you this. What do you think the Razorbacks are going to do on this possession to get their way back in that Razorback end zone?
I mean, they're going to throw the ball more. Like, Hope, they sort of shifted their defense to focus on Zephaniah, which opened up a lot of holes for their receivers, which ended up in that huge touchdown for Braylon Thompson.
CJ's going to step back to pass, just like you said, Tom. Almost textbook. That's going to be a pass interference. Thank you. Thank you. An extra 15 yards will not hurt the Razorbacks at all. That offense is going to keep moving on down the field, and they're going to find their way just a little bit closer in the end zone.
Pass interference, the call against the Bobcats.
I mean, didn't even make an attempt at the ball there. Went directly into the receiver there. Didn't even look at the ball, and that's going to result in an easy pass interference. Razorbacks going to move up 15 extra yards, get them a little bit closer into that red zone area, and you can only imagine what's going to happen here, Tom. CJ steps back to pass. Trying to evade the pocket. He's going to be able to. Scoops back the other way. He's going to use his legs and run. There is a flag on the play. 2 flags on the play. Pending where these are on, that might remain a Razorback touchdown.
I mean, he's just a young, explosive player. Great improvising by him. Met with pressure in the pocket, escaped, found an open window, and got into the end zone.
Thinking maybe there was a holding call right there, maybe a block in the back. We're going to see what happens here, waiting on the ref's call.
There are offsetting penalties on the play, so we'll play that over.
Looks like there was a face mask on the defense and a holding on the offense. That's just going to be 2 penalties that offset each other. It's going to remain first down. Razorbacks going to have another chance to do it all over again.
It will still be first and 10 Razorbacks from the Bobcat 19.
Man, you just wish that one would have remained a touchdown, Tom.
Yeah.
CJ really showing off his legs there and his ability to catch himself in stride. And once he's in stride, it's pretty hard to slow him down. Looks like they're going to motion, fake the jet sweep up the middle to Zephaniah Black. It's not going to get much on that one. It's going to bring up a 2nd and long for the Razorbacks here.
Joe Bello and several others running back down for a short.
Another handoff to Zephaniah Black, going to find that outside corner. That's going to be a touchdown, no doubt about it. Mark it in the books. As easy as tying your shoe for the Razorbacks here, getting up early on the Bobcats in this conference game. That's going to make the score 21-7, pending extra point. Tom, what'd you see there?
Just a great running back. That's what I saw. Beautiful jump cut by Zephaniah Black, and he escaped to the outside for just an open touchdown. Good blocking up front also, but also that little jet sweep motion sort of messed the defense up, which also could have helped out the play.
It's going to be another extra point good. That's going to make it 22-7. 9:29 left in the second quarter. If you're just tuning in, we'd like to welcome you to Razorback TV. Razorbacks doing their absolute best so far this game. Up on the Bobcats early, 22-7. We'd like to take a quick moment to shout out, cheer, band, Redline, ROTC, the Rooter Boys, and of course all the fans and sponsors for making this stream happen. We couldn't do it without you. The football team and the rest of the extracurriculars out here love your support and appreciate it more than you know. Once again, we want to thank everyone for watching online and being here in person as the Razorbacks are inching their way just a little bit closer to a win here tonight, trying to get what they need done in conference play. Cody Wilder on the kick. He's going to boot that one pretty well. Whistle's going to make that a dead play. Looks like a false start, maybe. They're going to back up the kick here.
Ball starting up for Razorback.
Cody Wilder's going to have a chance to do it again here. Right at the 20 exactly. Bobcats trying to find some light here. They're going to have a gap and an opening. They're going to get tackled, though, by two Razorback defenders there.
Number 6, Braylon Smith on the catch and run. Looks like somebody's injured on the Hope side.
He's able to get up. Props to him. Wishing for a speedy recovery. Our thoughts are with him on the sideline.
Face mask is the call against the Razorback. After the penalty, it will be first and 10, Bobcats and the Razorback 35.
Bobcats are going to have good field position here after the face mask call. Defense going to need to step up again to make sure the Bobcats cannot find their way back in the end zone. New quarterback back out there for the Bobcats. Number 3.
Austin Courtney.
Handoff to the running back. He's going to get absolutely nowhere. Razorbacks defensive line, you just can't stop them right now. What an absolute unit of a line right there, and they showed it. Loss of yards on the play. You love to hear it from the Razorbacks. Defense and the defensive coaches are fired up. Steps back to pass. He's a lefty. Trying to find something. He's going to throw it over the top. That's going to be a penalty. Cedric Sharp on the defense right there.
A little bit too handsy.
Maybe a pass interference, moving the Hope Bobcats up some.
Yeah.
Defensive holding is the goal against the Razorbacks.
And the referees will move the ball up about 10 yards for a second and short.
Looking back to pass again, trying to find his receiver. He's going to get it. But able to save it was Xavier Hill-Crawford on the tackle. Stop him from getting in the end zone. Bobcats, pretty productive offensive drive with a couple of penalties that were able to put them in pretty good field position here. Momentum has shifted back to the Bobcats. Razorback defense going to need to step up here, which they did earlier when the Bobcats were in the red zone. Hand off to the running back. He's going to get brought down at the line of scrimmage. Looked like that was DeQuaylen Riley on the tackle.
Yeah, and a little bit of Jaden Sewell.
For the Razorbacks.
So far, great red zone defense by the Razorbacks. Let's hope they can keep it up.
7 minutes and 50 seconds counting in the second quarter. Razorbacks up 22-7. Bobcats knocking on the door here. Try to get themselves back in this game. Steps back to throw. It's going to be incomplete. Defended by Cedric Sharp. Great defense from the Razorbacks there.
It'll bring up a 3rd and 5.
Another handoff. He's going to get nowhere. Arkansas defensive lineman able to stop him there. It's going to bring up a 4th down for the Bobcats.
I mean, this defensive line have been showing out this entire game. Just meeting up with the offensive line up front, stopping the runs, forcing the Hope Bobcats to come out with a field goal.
If this does go up to be good, that's going to make it 10-22. Razorbacks up by 12. 6 minutes and 56 seconds. We'll be right back when the teams take the field for the kickoff. Razorbacks getting ready to receive this kickoff coming from the Bobcats.
Let's hear it for the Arkansas High cheerleaders.
Kick is up. It's going to be short. Recovered by the Razorbacks. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to remain the Razorbacks' ball, but another close play there on special teams.
We have an official's timeout for injury.
Injury timeout. We'll be right back after this. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. We are back. Thoughts and prayers go out to the player. Razorbacks getting ready to snap the ball on offense here. Screen to Reginald Scott. He's going to have a good block. He's going to break out. He's got one man left to beat. He's going to get him, but not before a huge play for the Razorbacks. That's going to put them back in the red zone for a Razorback first down and a huge play. Reginald Scott there able to show off his wheels. Great screenplay and a great block by the receiver. And the Razorbacks are finding their way back near the red zone.
I mean, like I was saying, it looks like the Razorbacks are trying to use all of their weapons, not just BT, not just CJ, not just Zeph, not just Roland, but also Reggie. He's like a very underrated player on this team, I believe.
Hand off to Zeph's going to find the outside. He's got another great block and another Razorback touchdown. Just as easy as tying a shoe. Razorbacks go up big in the second quarter, 28-10, 6 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock, pending extra point coming up.
Great execution by the offense. Beautiful blocking up front, and then you give the ball to number 3, and you can already tell it's going to be a touchdown.
And that's going to be good. 29-7. Razorbacks up big. 6 minutes, 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Nearing the halfway mark, and the Razorbacks have done incredible on both sides of the ball. We'll be right back after this injury timeout. Razorback kicking team back on the field. Cody Wilder getting ready to kick the ball. Bobcats 3 deep to receive. Gonna get back to the 20, trying to find a hole, and he has one, but he's gonna get spear tackled.
What a hit.
From the special team, stepping up big time. Making a statement with that one. I mean, he hit that man with some anger.
Raymond Smith on a return. Marquez Jefferson on the tackle. First down, Bobcats. They're on 44.
Bobcats looking to pass. It's going to be incomplete. 2 Razorback defenders in the area. Wasn't going to get anywhere. Was going to get hit pretty hard if he actually caught that ball. Instead, that's going to bring up a second down for the Bobcats. Very well defended.
I mean, when you got a guy like Xavier Crawford coming straight at you, I would have dropped the ball too. I mean, that guy, he's a unit.
I mean, do you know who his dad is?
Who?
Dennis Johnson. You know what they called him at Razor, and when he played for the University of Arkansas, they called him the bowling ball.
The bowling ball.
Look up Dennis Johnson Florida game highlight, and boy, I tell you what. DJ, your coach, Coach
Yeah.
DJ, that's his dad. Absolute unit.
Third and 10 Bobcats. They're on 44.
It's going to be a complete pass from the Bobcats there.
It's going to be a first down. Looks like he fell at around the 42.
Courtney's pass is complete. Joseph Santamaria. First down for the Bobcats. At the Razorback 41. Timeout. Bobcats.
Timeout on the Bobcats. We'll be right back after this. Steps back to pass, looks for a screenplay. Number 2 is going to receive the ball. He's going to get brought down. The ball's out. The Razorbacks are going to recover. That's going to be Razorback ball.
Is caught and then double. Razorback
Looks like it was
football.
picked up by Jakean Peoples.
Razorbacks have been doing it all tonight in this first half. They have looked incredible on both sides of the ball. Defense has stepped up big time, not allowing them to find the end zone, ending with just 3 points, and then coming back out on their next drive and forcing a fumble. Bobcats have been trying to pass the ball quite a bit tonight, and it's worked out for them in a couple of different cases, but not on that one. Razorback offense coming back out onto the field. Super excited to see what they do here. 5 receivers this time, no one in the backfield. Got to think it's a pass play. Missed coverage from the Bobcats. He's going to look for one-on-one with Roland. It's going to be incomplete. Razorbacks again lined up, no one in the backfield. Got to be a pass play here. They're going to motion Zeph in the backfield now. Hope's defense is going to change. It's going to be a handoff to Zeph on. Whoa, they fooled me. CJ's going to keep it himself on that one.
Quarterback Cleveland keeps it himself for a 2-yard gain. And bring
He was
up
looking
third
for a
and 8.
hole.
Razorbacks from their own
I thought
46.
for sure Zeph and I had that.
Yeah,
If he
me
did, I
too.
think that would have been another touchdown. I was so convinced. Just used to seeing him get the ball and make big plays happen. That's all that one is. Razorbacks facing a 3rd and long here. Gonna need to step up big time here to keep this offensive drive going and try to add a little bit more extra on the scoreboard, which never hurt anybody. Lined up with Zeph in the backfield. 4 receivers. Timeout Razorbacks, and we'll be right back after this.
Razorback.
Razorbacks, like I said earlier, facing a long 3rd down here. Going to need to convert to keep this drive going. They're going to motion DeAndre Burnell on the other side. Lined up 3 receivers now. Step back to pass. Trying to avoid a sack. He's going to break that tackle. TJ's going to try to hum it downfield to Roland Ritchie. That's going to be caught, but the ref's going to mark it as incomplete. 4th and long for the Razorbacks. Bringing out the punt team for the first time tonight.
Willie Wilder will come to punt.
Excuse me, 2nd time tonight.
Noah Cheetah back deep for the Bobcats.
Nice punt by Cody Wilder there. They're not going to even attempt to touch the ball this time. It's going to roll all the way out to the 20. Great punt from Cody. Defense stepping back out onto the field. Have held their own this game, has been extremely solid. Bobcats lined up, 1 in the back with the quarterback, handoff up the middle. Going to get a gain of nothing there, bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats here. Running game hasn't been very successful for the Hope Bobcats since the first quarter and a couple of their first offensive drives during that quarter. Razorbacks have done very well of shutting down that run game almost completely. And the passing game has been extremely limited for the Bobcats tonight, you could say, not being able to convert very much on either side of the ball, running or passing. Defense has just done a great job all game, and we have another whole half to play, but so far the Razorbacks have been looking very promising. Steps back to pass, trying to find his receiver. Pocket's going to collapse, he's going to use his legs, but he's going to get nowhere, bringing up a 3rd and long for the Bobcats. Zach Wardlaw on the tackle. Zach Wardlaw, only a junior. Very physical guy, extremely fast off the line there. Kind of a hybrid player, can play linebacker and defensive end. playing with a couple of injuries this year, but pretty solid player, pretty tough out there for sure for the Razorbacks. Going to be hearing number 9's name a lot for the next season to come. Bobcats step backs to pass, looking for their receiver. Number 2 is going to catch the ball, get brought out, runs out of bounds just at the 40.
Courtney's pass is complete to Jake Brown.
It's going to be a first down.
First and 10 Bobcats for their own 42.
That's a play the Bobcats have run a couple of times this game. Have you noticed that, Tom? They run that little wheel route for number 2 there, and he's been open a couple of different times, and that time they were able to get that to go. Other than that, they haven't really had much success in the passing game. Like I mentioned earlier, the defense has done a great job stopping the run here completely. What do you think the Razorbacks needed to look forward to going into halftime to keep this game not even close, as they're going to get brought down again, second and long for the Bobcats?
I mean, they can't get too excited, you know. They don't want to mess it up for themselves. Even though the score is like it how it is right now, you can't get too excited. You always have to play disciplined. You got to be ready for any change.
Second and 7 Bobcats for their own 45.
Steps back to throw. Looking for number 6. It's going to be incomplete, but there is a flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play.
.24 was all over that for the Razorbacks
Holding is
there.
the call against the Bobcats.
Or 23. Can't tell. The jersey's a little scrunched up from here.
Demarius Hughes.
He was all over that.
Yeah.
Holding call for the Bobcat. That's going to back him up some, bringing up a second and longer. Bobcat stepping back to pass. Number 3 is going to roll out. Try to find his man over the middle. That's going to be another incomplete pass. Xavier Hill Crawford all over that, getting ready to make the tackle. It's going to bring up a third and long for the Bobcats here. 2 minutes and 1 second as we're nearing closer to halftime, which we hope you don't go anywhere with performances from Hope's Band, Razorback Band, and Razorback Red Line. Quarterback steps back to throw again, trying to hit a screen route. That's going to be another incomplete pass from the Bobcats, bringing up a 4th and long. Looks like punt formation is coming for the Bobcats.
Bobcat staff very upset with the drops.
Reginald Scott and Roland Ritchie, Braylon Thompson and Roland Ritchie back to receive the ball for the Razorbacks. 2 of the most fastest kids on the team. It's going to be
Short
a little
kick.
split kick. They're going to recover it themselves near the 30-yard line. Razorbacks is going to do some time management, try to get one more score on the board before heading into halftime. Already up big on them, 29-10, minute and 50 left. TJ getting ready to snap the ball, hands off to Zeph. Zeph's going to find a hole. Zeph's got one man to beat. They're going to bring him down, but not before a first down huge play for the Razorbacks. Zephaniah Black doing what he's done all night. Find a hole and just don't stop running.
I mean, you can see him squeeze through that little gap there, and then he broke 2 tackles. I mean, that's just the type of player he is.
Absolutely.
Great running back.
I mean, you give him an inch and he has taken it a mile every single time this game in the backfield. This game just means something more. He is a senior. This is his last time playing at this field. He's making his mark tonight. Pass caught by DeAndre Burnell.
Last attempt is complete. Catch made by DeAndre Burnell.
It's going to bring up
Result
a
plays another Razorback.
first down.
First down by Bucktown Bank. First and 10 at the 23.
Minute and 14 seconds left here, and the Razorbacks have found themselves just about the red zone area already. Looks like CJ's going to roll out and going to let one loose to DeAndre Burnell again. Another first down. Razorbacks moving the ball very efficiently, and interesting to see what they do here. Been able to run the ball and pass the ball very well in this first half. It's really just pick your poison at this point for the Razorbacks. It's working both well. The calls are going pretty well. That's going to get brought back, though. There is a flag on the play, holding. Chance for a first down attempt all over again. Sorry about the sniffles, guys. Been battling a cold all week. The weather changing down here in the south is brutal. Cold in the morning, hot in the evening. My body don't know what to do. It's going to be a trickery. Braylon Thompson is going to get it himself. Trying to break a few tackles, he does. He's going to throw the ball. It's going to be incomplete. Pass attempted to DeAndre Burnell. If you wanted any of your receivers to throw the ball, you definitely wanted it to be Braylon Thompson. Had a few games as quarterback himself. Started against Camden. Had a pretty good game to establish himself as one of the quarterbacks while CJ was out with that injury. CJ came back. BT moved back to the wide receiver slot, and tonight he's done amazing with a touchdown, breaking 5 defenders earlier on in this game. And right there, almost had another cool play.
I mean, he's just a very well-rounded player. Like, you rarely ever see a receiver-quarterback type duo.
Pass caught by DeAndre Burnell. Another first down. DeAndre Burnell's on a roll so far on this drive. He is 3 for 3 on pass attempts to him. Keep giving him the ball. He is red hot right now. He's won every one-on-one matchup, and it helps being his height and his size. Able to get him off the line of scrimmage pretty quick, and it's barbecue chicken from there. Touchdown, Roland Ritchie. Razorbacks do it again. That man is like Waffle House. He is open 24/7. 35, 10, 27 seconds left. Razorbacks up big.
I mean, that drive, there was a lot of passing, I'd like to say, and, I mean, our receivers really showed out for it. Number 15, DeAndre Burnell, and number 1, Roland Ritchie, 2 seniors, 2 playmakers, I should say.
10, Razorbacks up big in the first half. And like you mentioned, the Razorbacks been able to utilize all weapons tonight on the offensive side of the ball. DeAndre Burnell, Tony Noble, Reginald Scott, Braylon Thompson, Zephaniah Black. CJ himself has had a few huge plays with his legs. Offensive line has looked incredible all game, and the Razorbacks are going to need to keep this up in the second half, and it should not be a problem. Let's talk about that defense, though, Tom.
I mean, they're looking so good. They've only given up 10 points. I mean, they're looking excellent. The D-line up front, they've just been playing physical football, and they haven't given up any huge runs so far, except for maybe a few in the first quarter. And our secondary is also doing a great job at defending these receivers.
I think one of the biggest things for the defense is they play with confidence, right? I mean, the past few games haven't been necessarily easy with the opponents we played, Tonight they came in here with a chip on their shoulder. It's senior night. It's a bittersweet moment, but they came in with confidence and discipline. And like you mentioned, that defensive line has done a great job tearing down that run game. And the secondary, like you mentioned, has been incredible. Xavier Hill-Crawford, Jakeem Peoples, Jaden Sewell, even Jeremiah Vardaman at that linebacking position has done some pretty good plays in this first half to eliminate any big things happening from Hope on the offensive side of the ball. Have two quarterbacks out there. Neither one of them has had much success. And special teams right there is going to continue to add to this defensive powerhouse that the Razorbacks have brought. Shout out to the Razorbacks defensive coaches right now. Coach Banks, I know, is the D-line coach, and, man, they have done incredible. So shout out to Coach Banks, my study hall teacher. Pretty cool guy, got to say. But the Razorbacks have just looked incredible on defense, and it all starts with confidence and discipline. Everyone knows their role, and if they're able to do that role the right way, everything else falls into play. And so far this game, they have done that very well. And then the offense, like we mentioned, all weapons have gotten the ball, and all weapons have made huge plays, which have just led to scores on the scoreboard.
Yeah, great execution by the offense. They've just moved the chains so easily.
Bobcats on the offense, snaps the ball, handoff, going to get just a few gain there as the clock is still running down at 14 and counting. They might have time for one more play if they hurry. Seeing what they're going to do here. Doesn't look like they're in a rush. We're going to take this game to halftime. And we will be right back after this halftime performance. Do not go anywhere. A couple of great performances coming up. We will be joining you at the start of the third quarter. Go Hogs. get nowhere on that return, brought down by 2 Razorback defenders on the special teams there.
All right, Hope will have the ball first and 10 now, 24.
The Razorbacks are going into this game up 26. Let's hope they're able to build this lead or hold it, as our defense will be tested first.
Defense had a great first half, only allowing 10 points. Razorbacks getting ready to try to defend this quarterback run. He's going to get brought down not before he gains a couple of yards on the play, and that's one thing that quarterback in particular, different from the other one they brought in this game, has been able to do is utilize his legs. Penalty on the Bobcats, though. That's going to bring them back. Sorry, we're having some more technical difficulties here, but we are back and ready to roll. Make sure to stay hydrated, guys. Bobcats looking to pass here. Trying to find the defender open. They're going to get the receiver.
It looked like the ball was out.
Razorbacks able to stop that play. I think they're going to mark that as an incomplete pass. And that's going to be the receiver. And more than likely would have gotten that ball for another turnover. Hope getting ready to snap the ball. Another quarterback. Well, he's going to throw it this time. That's going to be incomplete. Not even close to his defender. Jaden Sewell and safety. Cedric Sharp on the coverage. 2-on-1, and he is not winning that with those 2 specific players. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Bobcats.
Great effort by Jaden Sewell. I mean, number 2, he flies across the field. You can see he dove for the ball right there, even when he didn't touch it. I mean, that's just great effort by a great player. Also, great coverage by number 4, Cedric Sharp. It is now 3rd and 8 for the Hope Bobcats.
Cedric Sharp's name's been called quite a lot. Special teams and defense, he's been able to get stuff done.
Quarterback will throw it down the middle for a 1st down. I mean, you can see he was very maneuverable in the pocket, I may say. I mean, he could sense that pressure from his right and from his left, and he scooted forward so he could avoid the pressure, and then he threw a pretty good pass.
Quarterback steps back, looking to pass again. That's going to be incomplete, almost intercepted from the Razorbacks. Braylon Rayfield on the defense there. Cedric Sharp in the back to help out with that play. That's going to bring up a second down for the Bobcats. Hope getting ready to snap the ball here. It's going to be a run up the middle. He's going to get nowhere. Tackled almost immediately.
What great defense. Who was that?
I think that's Ryan Randall on the tackle.
Number 21? Yeah, I mean, he just got met. There was no...
Here to convert. Try to see if their offense has any more life in it on this drive. Here comes the snap, steps back in the pocket, looking to pass. Has his man, but that's going to be incomplete. Overthrown, greatly defended by the Razorbacks. That's going to bring up a fourth down for the Bobcats.
That was number 27, Lawrence Slayton. Another young corner on this team, as him and Cedric are both sophomores.
Oh, botched snap on the punt. Still going to have time to get it off. It's going to go down to the 30. Now keep rolling. Out of bounds. Pretty good punt considering the play that happened there. Razorbacks offense getting ready to step out on the field first time this half. If you're just tuning in, we'd like to just recap the first half. Offense put up 36 points, only allowing 10 on the defensive side of the ball. A couple of turnovers, a couple of good special plays on special teams. And that's going to result in the Razorbacks being up right now as their offense is looking to take the field to start off their first drive of the second half.
And this offense has shown many sparks already. Like we've said before earlier, so many weapons. DeAndre Burnell, Braylon Thompson, Reginald Scott.
There is a flag on the play. And I think honestly, it really just starts with the offensive line, right? Because they've been able to let CJ have time in the pocket, and that's built his confidence level up. He's in a groove right now, and it's extremely incredible to see what he's been able to do with the ball with both his legs and through the air. And like you mentioned, with all the weapons at receiver and running back, the offensive line has done incredible this game, and because of them, everything else has been able to click and work just as well. And that's going to result in the scoreboard being 36-10 right now with the Razorbacks up big, starting off the second half. Going to be a first and long here. All starts going to start them back behind the line of scrimmage. Zephaniah Black in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Zeph, trying to find a gap. He's going to break a tackle but get brought down by the next defender. Getting him back to the original line of scrimmage for the Razorbacks. Going to bring up a second and long. Still have this play and the next to try to convert something, get something going. Motion rolling. Another handoff to Zeph. He's going to wait for a block. He's going to get one and get a couple extra gains on the play there. Bring up a third and short. CJ has done a great job coordinating this offense to do exactly what it's done all game. They're going to fake the handoff to Zeph, little play action. Cleveland's going to have time to air it out. He's going deep all the way. Braylon Thompson wide open. That's going to be caught for a first down and a huge play.
Unbelievable.
CJ just showing off that cannon of an arm that he has, and he has so much potential as only being a sophomore himself. Had plenty of time on that play, rolled out to his left, extremely comfortable, not a defender in sight, and let it out. Braylon Thompson down there, great build on him as well. Tall, lengthy, great hands, a very physical receiver. That's going to result in a huge play for the Razorbacks and a first down. Now they're back in the red zone territory, looking to pick up where they left off in the first half.
And I mean, you have to appreciate the play calling. They have a left-handed quarterback, and they made him roll out left. I mean, it's the little details that these coaches really bring into the game that affect all these factors.
Screen pass right there to Roland Ritchie. He's going to get a couple of yards there. Bring up a second down for the Razorbacks.
About a yard on the play.
CJ getting ready for the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Zephaniah Black up the middle. He's got a couple blockers. He's still going. That's a touchdown. How in the world did he get into the end zone on that play? It looked like the defensive line was all over him, and then all of a sudden he pops out of the hole and he's in the end zone for another touchdown for Zephaniah Black tonight. That's going to increase the score to 42-10, pinning the extra point. How in the world does Zephaniah Black get in the end zone there, Tom? I mean, it's just incredible what he can do when his feet start moving. He was reminding me of prime Marshawn Lynch right now for the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, he cannot be stopped.
I mean, for me, he sort of looked like Ashton Genty, one of the Heisman runner-ups of the 24 season. And, like,
Extra point is good. 6 minutes and 1 second to go in the third quarter. Your
like
score.
he took a huge hit, but he stayed on his feet and he kept driving through and finding a gap in order to get into the end zone. I mean, that's just pure strength.
Bobcats 10.
Razorbacks taking another touchdown, increasing their lead. Now 43-10. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Hope's going to need to get something going. They're going to need to get something going quick. Razorbacks are not showing any signs of slowing down. And like I said at the beginning of the game, Razorbacks by 50. And they have tried their hardest to get there. Kicking teams coming out. Kick is up. That's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be a flag on the play. Give the Hope Bobcats a couple extra yards to start off their offensive drive here. Coming up on the second one for them this half. First one resulted in a punt, which resulted into a touchdown for the Razorbacks. Defense looking to come out and shut down the Bobcats once again. Shout out to ROTC. This entire game they've been doing exercises, keeping themselves in shape. The grind does not stop. Push-ups, jumping jacks, air squats, quarterback stepping back, looking to pass, trying to find his man downfield. That's going to be incomplete. Great coverage by the Razorbacks there, number 17.
Is incomplete.
DeQuaylen Riley.
DeQuaylen Riley on the defense. Great coverage by him. Another senior, tall, lengthy. Matches up well with pretty much any type of wide receiver archetype. And right there, he's going to end up not allowing anything throughout the air. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats here. Not been able to get much going on this second half. Run game hasn't been very strong, and passing game has been their strong point, but this offense has been very dormant, and the Razorbacks are on fire right now. Another pass, screenplay. Got a few blockers out. Xavier Hill Crawford left in the backfield. He's going to break a few tackles. There is a flag on the play. A couple of Razorbacks able to run him out of bounds, led by Jaden Sewell. See what this flag is. Could be coming back for the Bobcats here. Two flags on the play, one in the backfield of Bobcats.
Holding is the call against the Bobcats.
And that play is going to be coming back. Huge break for the Razorbacks. Going to give them a little chance to catch their breath and make sure nothing like that can happen again in this offensive drive, as their defense has been relatively pretty well in the secondary of this game. Bobcats getting ready to snap. Quarterback steps back looking to pass. Finding his receiver over the top for a first down, but he's going to get knocked out of bounds before he can do any more damage.
That'll be a Bobcat first down.
I feel like we've seen that play quite a bit, haven't we? With that inside receiver on that wheel route, don't you think, Caden?
Yeah, it's happened quite a bit, but to be honest, it's what's been working for them, so I don't see why they should quit, and I don't think they should either. Bobcat's going to hand it off, trying to find a gap. Going to get a couple of yards. Offensive line still pushing him. Whistle hasn't been blown. Going to get close to the first down marker. Going to bring up a second and short.
That was a hard running by number 23, J.J. Gully. Running back for Hope. He's been fighting this whole game.
At the Razorback 35.
Looking back to pass again, throwing it up. It's going to be a late flag. Not sure I agree with that call there, if that is going to remain pass interference or holding. That ball was just not catchable for the receiver.
Yeah, I mean, he did push him a little bit, but that did not look very catchable. Ball landed somewhere near the 5. And the receiver was out at the 15 or the 12.
Yeah, not sure I agree with that play at all. Like we mentioned, that ball was a little bit out of reach for the receiver there. However, defense got to do a little bit better job not to touch him too early.
Yeah.
At least make an attempt to look at the ball next time.
I mean, that was one of the first mistakes this Razorback defense has made this entire game. So, I mean, as long as they just finish strong, I doubt they'll run into any problems.
They're going to motion a guy. Hand off to him on the outside, trying to find a gap. He's got a few blockers. There is a flag on the play. That might be coming back.
On the carry. Flag on the play.
Good run by number 1, Noah Cheatham. Good blocking on the outside perimeter by the other receivers, but I believe there might have been a holding call.
There was a holding call, and that one will be coming back.
Ooh. Just hurt the Bobcats' momentum a lot. It'll now be about 1st and 17.
Bobcats were knocking on the red zone, and now they're going to be backed up near the 30 here, trying to see if they can scrap something up on this offensive drive to get their way close to the end zone. Razorback defense holding their own so far.
1st and 17 Bobcats from the Razorback 27.
They're able to try to get a little bit of the running game going, and it's been working for them. Not going to be surprised if we see that. Steps back to pass. And that's going to be intercepted. I mean, it was just bound to happen.
Pass is picked off by the Razorbacks.
Razorbacks were waiting for the Bobcat offense to make a mistake, and they ended up jumping on the opportunity. That was number 3, Demarius Hughes. Another senior. That was great by him, reading the route and jumping the ball.
1st and 10 Razorbacks from their own 19-yard line.
Just when the Razorbacks needed to step up and make the play happen, they get that right there, which is an interception. And I mean, just an absolute great read by the secondary there. Able to see where the quarterback's eyes were going. He leaked his coverage. He leaked what receiver he was going to. Razorbacks, high IQ, able to read that and immediately find where the ball was going to. Now it's going to result in a pick.
Yeah, his defense has been on point.
Absolutely, Tom, absolutely. CJ getting ready to snap the ball. Handing it off to Zeph on the outside. He's got a few blockers. He's in full stride. He's got one man left to beat, and he's not gonna catch him to the house, to the crib, to the, I don't even know, the Airbnb. It's another touchdown for Zephaniah Black. Can this man be stopped? The answer is no, he cannot.
80 yards for number 3. One play.
And that's all it took for the Razorbacks there. Offensive line did a great job blocking, and the Razorbacks are now finally in the 50s. It took them a little bit. You know, I was expecting it to get it done in the first half, but we'll take it. We will take it. I said at the beginning of this game, the Razorbacks by 50, and they're just inching me closer and closer to that spot. Pinning the extra point here. And it's good. Give me 50. Razorbacks up big against the Bobcats as we head into the 4th quarter. Winding down the final 5 minutes of the 3rd quarter with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left. Razorbacks, huge interception. Get the ball turned over. Give the ball to Zephaniah Black. And that's the end of the book. That's the end of the chapter. Signed, sealed, and delivered to the house.
On Zephaniah's big run earlier, I mean, you could see down at the bottom there was Braylon Thompson, and he was just not letting the DB get anywhere near Zephaniah. That allowed him to take it to the outside and really push that boundary and find the end zone. I mean, like, football is a team sport. You can't, like, one guy doesn't make the whole team. And right there's a great example. Great job by Braylon Thompson, great job by the offensive line, and of course, great job to Zephaniah Black.
ROTC down there now doing sit-ups. I don't know who's more locked in right now, that Razorbacks offense, defense, or the ROTC members. Cody Wilder getting ready to kick. It's going to get brought down. There is another flag, going to get a couple extra yards there.
Kick out of bounds. That'll be a flag on the Razorbacks. First and 10, Bobcats at their 35.
I don't know what's running more, my nose or Zephaniah Black right now on offense. I mean, it's just incredible.
Yeah. This weather is something else. I mean, it is freezing.
Razorback defense getting right back out there. You know, I thought they maybe think they would have been able to catch a little bit of a breath, but Razorbacks offense, one play, touchdown. So, gonna get back out here, seeing if they could do something huge. Hand off up the middle, stuffed. Gonna get nowhere. Second down, Bobcats.
The host of Razorbacks bring down Santa Maria for a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8, Bobcats from their own 37.
Bobcats ready to snap the ball, looking to pass. Pressure early. Sacked!
Wow.
By the defense. Zach Wardlaw on the sack. Talked about him earlier. Big name, made a big play.
Loss on the play. It'll bring up third down.
Yeah, this defensive line specifically has just been unbelievable this game. A bunch of pressures, and that was the first sack of the night. Beautiful work by the Razorback defense.
I'm pretty sure Zach was seeing red on that play like a bull. He just ran straight through his offensive line, and it was barbecue chicken from there. That's going to get nowhere but a couple of yards. That's going to bring up a fourth and long.
Caught by Jaden Brown. Tackle made by Zurion Randall. It'll bring up fourth down, Bobcats.
Little bit of a argument between the Razorback players and the Hope players. And Hope will now come out in punt formation.
Back deep, Roland Ritchie and Braylon Thompson.
Braylon Thompson getting ready to receive. He's going to get the ball. He's going to have a block. Sheds two defenders. Switching
Here
lanes.
he goes.
He might take it to the house. He's going to get caught himself up, but not before he reaches past the 10-yard line. The Razorbacks doing an absolute amazing job on special teams, offense, and defense. Everything is working at all calibers for the Razorbacks right now.
I mean, wow, you seen that block? Beautiful. That was just a great job. And then Braylon Thompson, he went to the left and he was like, all right, this place is closed. Let me just go to the right. And he found a lane. And now the Razorback offense is in beautiful scoring position.
Again. Eli Wall back there at quarterback now. "30 seconds and counting before we get started into the fourth quarter. Razorbacks up big, 50-10. Zephaniah Black still in the backfield. 4 receivers. See what happens here. They're going to motion. DeAndre Burnell's going to get the ball. Trying to find a gap on the outside. Broke a tackle, but the next one's going to bring him down. There is a flag on the play between two players.
A yard or two on the play. That'll be the end of the third quarter.
That's going to bring us to the fourth quarter.
50, Bobcats
There's a
10.
flag on the play. We're going to be waiting on that and then getting ready to kick off the fourth quarter.
Any student who was dropped off, it is now time to call for your rides to head to Razorback Stadium. Students, if you were dropped off, it is time to call to get your ride headed to Razorback Stadium. Our fourth quarter sponsors, we want to thank them. J.A. Kirkland Construction, LLC, T&W Vinyl Siding Seamless, Top Carts, Griffin Realtors, The Cottages at Texarkana, Central Baptist Church, Lanyap Specialty Meats, Cool Tans and Spa, and Shirtlift Custom Tile. The Battle of the River Bridge game tonight sponsored by UAHT. Earn a degree or certificate in high demand, high paying fields such as welding or cybersecurity at the University of Arkansas Hope, Texarkana. With campuses in both communities, your future isn't far away. The time has never been better for you to earn your college degree or technical credential. Register for classes now at uaht.edu. UAHT is your bridge to the future.
DJ Khaled,
Touchdown.
another one.
I mean, this guy is just putting up as many points as he, like a normal basketball player would. Just great, strong, powerful running by Zephaniah Black.
If we can have your attention, please, we need Shantra
I don't even know what to say anymore. I've analyzed this offense as best as I could, and it's just going to result in the same thing. Touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. Zephaniah Black. I've lost count. I've lost count. It's got to be three, maybe 3 this half. He had a couple in the first.
4, probably.
I'm thinking
not
5,
sure.
maybe 5. I don't know. I know it's a lot. I know there's a lot of points on the scoreboard. 56-10 to be exact, pending extra point. What a great game for the Razorbacks. Santiago for the extra point. And it is good, 57-10. Razorbacks getting ready to kick the ball off again.
10. Once again, Shantra Anderson driving a silver BMW. You're asked to come to the parking lot.
We'd like to thank Chicken Express for donating food to the press box not only tonight, but all season long.
Cody Wilder getting ready for the kick. Out of bounds near the 20.
Kick out of bounds, that'll be a penalty on the Razorback.
First and 10, Bobcats at their own 35-yard line.
Timeout.
We have a timeout for
Razorbacks
the
will be right back
Razorbacks.
after this.
And we want you to know of a great accomplishment tonight. Zephaniah Black has set a record. 6 touchdowns tonight for him for Arkansas High.
So it turns out me and Caden were both wrong. Zeph didn't have 4 or 5 touchdowns. He had 6. Just lets you know what kind of player he really is.
I don't even do this well in my NCAA 26 player. I really don't.
Running back is brought down by a host of Razorbacks.
He's an absolute unit.
Also the yard on the play.
Good stop by the Razorbacks defensive line, which which will bring up a 2nd and 10 again.
Hope looking back to pass. Wide open receiver over there is going to run himself out of bounds past the 50.
Complete to Cheetah.
It's that wheel route again.
That'll be a first down, Bobcats, at the Razorback 45-yard line.
Back to pass again. One-on-one. That's going to be
Catch is
caught
made.
by the Bobcat receiver with good coverage, too.
First down, Bobcats.
I mean, that was a pretty impressive catch. I mean, I'm not sure what happened.
Seven minutes, 15 seconds counting on the scoreboard. Fourth quarter, Razorbacks up big, 56-10. Bobcats, new set of downs, stepping back to pass, looking for his receiver over the top. No one even close. That's going to be an incompletion, bringing up a second down for the Bobcats. Bobcats stepping back on offense. Looking for his receiver over the top. That's going to be incomplete, almost intercepted by DeQuaylen Riley. It's going to bring up a third down for the Bobcats here.
Incomplete. That'll bring up third down for the Bobcats.
He's going to roll out left, close to the sticks. He's going to heave downfield, and it's going to be deflected by number 23, Demarius
That'll bring
Hughes.
up fourth down.
Fourth down for the Bobcats. Looks like they might be going for it here. Steps back, looking to pass again. He's going to get brought down, sacked.
Quarterback will be brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Great job by number 99, Donnell King Sanders.
That'll be a turnover on downs to the Razorbacks.
Got to get the ball again.
Are you yawning?
It's been a long day. Been up early this morning.
First and 10, Razorbacks.
I thought you were yawning because of the score. Anyways, that was great pressure by the defensive line. It was straight up in that backfield. The quarterback tried to escape, but he had nowhere to go, and he ended up slipping.
Eli Wall still back out there at quarterback. They're going to motion Jaden Riley. Handoff. Trying to find that outside corner, and he will. Stiff arms a defender, brought down by another.
That was Xavier Crawford at running back.
Xavier Crawford on the carry for the Razorbacks. Pickup of a couple. It'll bring up 2nd and 8 Razorbacks from their own 34.
Minutes and counting for the Razorbacks here in the 4th quarter. Eli getting the play. Eli Wall's going to keep it himself. Trying to find something here. Going to get brought down. 3rd down for the Razorbacks here. Looks like they're just going to try to chew the clock out a little bit here, running the ball quite a bit here.
Wasn't a bad run by Eli. I mean, he tried to escape outside, and he ended up breaking a tackle.
It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Lost his balance, and he ended up falling or getting tackled.
Another handoff here. Cutting back up the middle. Runs the safety over, but brought down. But not before a 1st down for the Razorbacks.
Result of the play will be a Razorback 1st
2 minutes, 10 seconds left.
That 1st down sponsored
Would love to see the Razorbacks try to score one more time this game.
From the Bobcat 39.
I mean, I know he is a tight end or a receiver, but I mean, he kind of looked like a running back right there. I mean, his vision was really good. He cut back up towards the middle of the field, and he wasn't scared of that contact. He ran straight through the safety.
DeAndre Burnell used to play quarterback in middle school. Maybe that's where that vision is from.
Yeah.
Eli Wall stepping back. Handoff up the middle again. Oh, fakes it. Even I got faked out. Pass attempted to Jaden Riley. Down to the final minute of the 4th quarter. Razorbacks going to use one of their timeouts here. We'll be right back after this timeout break.
We want to take this time to thank all our sponsors of Razorback football and home games throughout the season. After the game ends, the Battle of the Red River Bridge game ends, the Arkansas High Razorbacks will be presented with the official UAHT Battle of the Bridge trophy by the UAHT Chancellor Laura Clark. That'll be right after the end of the contest. If you need more information about UAHT, visit uaht.edu to learn how UAHT can be your bridge to the future.
Everyone is getting turned. Everyone is getting excited. And can't blame them when the game like this, Razorbacks dominated special teams, offense, defense. Razorbacks coming back out here again. Looks like victory formation. Hand off to Jaden Riley. Jaden Riley's got a gap on the outside. One man left to beat. Please go, Jaden Riley. Jaden Riley, touchdown! Jaden Riley, touchdown, Razorbacks! Let's go! Razorbacks by 50, and they're going to cover it. But there's a flag on the play. There's a flag on the play.
looks like they're going to bring it back.
Holding is the call against the Razorbacks.
I'm absolutely distraught right now.
Yeah.
Jaden Riley, one of my closest friends. Really wish that one would have stuck with him. Either way, Razorbacks win big tonight. And for the last time on Razorback TV, Cade Markham, play-by-play. I'm signing out for the last time at Razorback Stadium. Turning it over to Tom.
Saying goodbye to my senior.
Have a good night. We'll see y'all on the next one.
UAHT.edu to learn how UAHT can be your bridge to the future. The Texarkana, Arkansas School District appreciates your attendance tonight and your support of Razorback football throughout the season. Follow the Razorbacks on the road next week as they go to DeQueen to finish the season. And follow Razorback athletics all school year long. Drive safely and have a great weekend.